energy, like it just make me smile, man. You know, this question is optional. You don't have to answer this. Who's your top 5 alive? Not dead, alive.
Alive.
You don't have to answer. It's optional questions. Like I like a lot of rappers.
Andre 3000. Eminem.
No order, no particular order.
No particular order.
Okay.
Andre 3000, Eminem. I'm gonna throw Wiz in there. I'm not going by the straight lyricist, but I like his image, his artistry.
That's fair.
So that's Wiz, Styles, and I don't really.
That's a nice lineup. Nas? That's a nice lineup. So no Jay-Z at all.
I mean, not taking up from Jay-Z, but he just. If he ain't come up with my first
deep.
5 years.
Everybody you just named was like extremely lyrical, like super lyrical and very deep. You know what I'm saying?
Except for Wiz, but like I said,
it's to the surface, but he's deep when he went to, but he to the surface.
Yeah, he got that switch.
He gonna keep it simple, the best. You know what I'm saying? But the people you name, you're gonna have to think for them. The people you name, everybody you name, you have to think for them. They're gonna challenge you to think, and they're gonna. You know what I'm saying? That's a good one, man. Yo, let's figure out how can we reach you, man. Tell the people where can we reach you at.
Alright, well, if you want to find me, I'm all over the internet. Like I said, the shit is about social media now. So you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Snapchat, Instagram at TheRealJimBones. That's TheRealJimBones. I'm on Facebook at Jimmy Bones. You can also find me at my website at www.jimmybonehead.com.
Yeah, no question. Definitely Raw Deal Squad, man. That's no question, man.
So. Jimmy got soul.
Jimmy got soul, man. Y'all check that out, man. Look for that, man. So what's going on, cool? What you know good? Who I'm talking to, man? Let me know what that.
Rob Stashiz is in the building.
Rob Stash, man. Let the record show. He got the Porsches on. That's crazy. I can't stop looking at them dogs. You kidding me? Yeah, man. So tell the people about yourself, man. You know, a little briefing.
Yeah, I'm CEO, hip hop artist, straight out of Philadelphia, uptown North Philly, what I represent. You know what I mean? Started the company Raw Deal Squad, like I said, about 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Been going strong with it, like full force. I say within last maybe 4 or 5 years with it. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to put it in motion, you know, and get the exposure and the brand out there, man, so people could see what we doing, what my vision was from the start, and just having a lot of great talent around.
Nice, and just from this first meeting right now, I see what's developing. I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to Ramya.
Yeah,
Ramya. She's a professional. She's a total professional. She's on top of the game. My question to you is, how do you find these people that's genuine like this, and keep the order that you have, and keep it professional, and keep it as thorough as it is? Like what I'm looking at right now is professionalism, and I can see y'all in the next 3 years, less than that, really winning, like, because nobody has that in the city.
Right.
You know, and I don't know if you know, but the pressure that's about to come on y'all is going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? You know, once you keep on with the music and everything that y'all planning, it's going to work. You know, and y'all got longevity already. Y'all got 10 years in.
Yes, sir.
And then you said you were taking it serious in 4 years. You know, so how do you know the right people to trust to handle the business for this long, and is it effective in your success, and how do you feel about that?
Well, first of all, I start off by giving that to my uncle right here, which is also my partner, my manager, you know what I'm saying? So he believed in what I was doing before I even thought of a business, you know what I'm saying? I was just a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Just doing my thing, and he put me on shows and stuff, and it was like a whole bunch of us, like 9 of us, and he just was backing us behind it because he believed in what we was doing. So it was like, you know, as far as, like you said, with the trust, like, you know, you're gonna go through them trust things with people, and you have your fallouts, but you gotta know to keep it moving, stay positive, and that's where he come in at. Like, he's real militant, like, you know what I'm saying, like, he don't play. Like, that's my uncle, but me growing up being a grown man now, like, me and him way more close. Like,
it's my friend.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's more my friend, like you said. So just learning from him and how he operate, when I go through things, like, that's who I ask, like, yo, how would you handle this situation?
Right.
You know, I see him have homies, and, you know what I'm saying, now I just see it's just him. And it's like, now I'm his homie out of all the homies he had, so it's like, and he always stay positive, like, you never really see him mad. Never really him snapping out.
You never know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? His
temperature the same every time.
Right, so his slogan to me for the last couple of years, dealing with this business, because you come across, you know, little shiesty shit you got to deal with in the business, you know what I'm saying? His slogan is killing with kindness.
Oh,
you know
that's the perfect slogan.
They hate to see you smile. They don't like that.
That's all. You know what I'm saying?
They don't like that. So that's good knowledge.
Can't let them know what you're thinking and just keep it moving. You know
Where did the name come from?
Oh man, like I told people before, my man actually got into politics. I was a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that movie Raw Deal was like one of my favorite joints growing up. And just as I got older and we was trying to figure out names, like we ran through a couple names and just came back to that, like
Raw Deal Squad. I like that, John.
Like before we was Raw Deal League, because like I said, we was like Wu-Tang. It was like 9 of us.
Okay.
It was like Raw Deal League, and as everybody started fading off, you know, patience and personal issues and all that, you know.
That's the most thing. Even when you say personal issues, that can be worked out, but the patience.
Right.
You can be going through something personal, but if you have patience with what's going on, then
it can happen.
You know, but the strength that y'all have today is amazing to me. You know
I appreciate that. I appreciate
the strength that y'all got, man. Yo, y'all surprised me. Go ahead, Barbie. Get some questions.
And I got a question. The shirt that I see him wearing, it says Raw Door Spot Entertainment. I see your hoodies and stuff. Is that something that your marketing brand?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and if people wanted to, you know, get them, join the movement, anything, you know, how would they go about it? Because it's actually, I zoomed into his shirt, and it's actually a great shirt. It say Raw Deal, and then the image, like, you know, it says more than what it speaks. So, you know, you ain't only speaking to, like, you know, them kind of people. You're speaking to people that read in between the lines. So, you know, so from that label, did y'all, you know, come out with a clothing company? You know, what things do y'all have set up for,
well,
for
actually,
people?
that transpired.
Other than rap, right? Yeah, that's a good question.
After that transpired, it was like, as the game was starting to change and evolve, and it was like, okay, you just heard about certain people maybe like selling a t-shirt, like take a little $5 t-shirt, throw your logo on, the next thing you know, that joint selling for $15. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, we know how the music game is right now, and for those that don't know, everybody know right now, basically when making money is all about your merchandise, you know what I'm saying, and hitting these shows.
Right.
But if you're depending on music sales, then you're gonna be stuck.
Right.
Just in that lane.
Because
it's
a different game today.
Right.
You know, today
it's real open. Like
it's a media world, like you.
And everybody
like,
want to be
if
down.
you don't be on the internet, it's like you won't know what's going on. And it's like, you know, it's hard.
Today,
it's pretty hard to, you know, hit like, you know, the people who don't go on the internet, you know, like a lot of legends, they don't have time to, you know, be on the internet 24/7, 7 days a week. So they come up with different internet sites, you know, where you can put yourself out there to be seen and be heard, you know, but sometimes, you know, even when you go through them, sometimes them channels don't provide you, you know, the push that you need to get where you going. So, you know, you got to take different routes.
Right.
So it's like, I know that, you know, no matter where you go in life, you're going to, you know, you might fall and, you know, fall down, fall up, you know, but, you know, y'all have a good support system. Like, you know, y'all have a great support system. And, you know, when you have a good OG behind you, you know, you can make it anywhere that you want to be.
And that's another thing. Now that door is open, you know, I see great things. But what do you see maybe a year from now? What do you see?
That takes us back to what my man Jimbones was saying, because that's like a daily discussion that we have, like bringing it back.
That's priority.
Right. That's
what the schedule is.
Right. That's first right there. Like when we get on and things doing what it need to do, we need to really bring this back, because what we doing right now is everywhere that we're going, we're setting examples, and we're hearing the responses from people, like they loving the movement and everything, and then it's like, all right, you got to keep this momentum up. I don't want to be on these interviews and then somebody looking back, like you said, a year from now, like, that nigga ain't do shit he said he was going to do. All he doing is flashy and don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Mom's still in it. No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But people guess. You know, people guess. Like, people won't say anything.
Yeah.
People even gonna say that even when you doing better than you was last year.
Right.
You know, people want to say that anyway.
But I think it's the actions, man. Like, it's affirmative action right now for what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe that.
And I have kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a young one, but I got 3 damn grown ones. And, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
5 altogether. You know, my youngest daughter, she just turned 19, and my youngest son, he's 15.
You got big kids. You got big kids.
Yeah.
You got people you trying to move out.
But when you say stuff like that,
it's an example.
When you say things like that, that's evidence that your father, your dad, you're a person to take care of your responsibilities. Right. A lot of people don't mention their kids.
And I tell people that's what put my career on hold, because I chose in where we at. I chose, like, all right, I want to see them and I want to be there for them. Make sure they got to get to school every morning. All that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is a hard question. Now that you say that, now that you open that door, how do you do both? Because me as an artist as well, it's hard for me to do both. I got 6 kids, 1 baby mom. We all live in the same crib. There's 8 of us.
Right.
Like, we're the Brady fucking bunch. For real. I don't even know how this shit exists. But
what do you mean?
Like, even me here now, she think I'm with a bitch. You hear me clearly on the radio. But, you know, how do you do that? Both. How do you do both? How do you schedule the time difference? How do you be like, I'm gonna make time for the studio, I'm gonna make time for my family, and how is it affecting your creativity, or if it does? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does it affect your creativity? You having to be a clone? You have to be 2 places at once? That's hard.
It don't affect the creativity, because that really inspires it. Because even if they piss me off, I'm mad as shit, and I'm going to go
right. That's where I want to go. That's the first place.
We're gonna get all these bars.
Yeah, we gonna right. We gonna get all these bars.
Hey, you motherfucker! Y'all want to get that?
Yeah, that's real. Right.
Good for you.
Right. Yeah. Yo.
That's what the conversation turns into. Like, after all I've done for you, you gonna do this to me?
Yeah, that's
that makes the best music.
I'm sorry to be so, into your business, but how many girls do you have?
How many girls?
How many
daughters?
Yes, how many daughters?
I have 3 daughters.
Three daughters?
Yeah, my oldest is 25.
So what's the main thing that you have taught them throughout, all the things that you have seen in the streets that they probably have not seen, How did you teach them and actually, help them while you was out on the street?
I stayed in their business. I'm a new
Got that right. Ain't nothing wrong.
I didn't bite my tongue when I came to having talks with them. I told it just like how they hear me talk to my homies.
Because the people in the street ain't going to do that. They ain't going to sugarcoat it for them.
Right.
So, that's, you don't see a lot of people that can separate.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of people that can separate, without getting distracted. You see a lot of people that can come into the game, well, you stay with the kids, I'm going to go out and rap, and you be like, oh, okay, it works out, and then you find yourself in a tough position, child support, all type of stuff because of the dream. But when you bring your kids into the dream with you, it's not too much that people can really say, and it's not too many people, it's not too much, and your children is able to see a lot too.
Yep.
Your children is able to see a lot, and they know, what to go for and what not to go for when they have, when they have a father figure, you have your father figure, you see his friends around, what the game is about. So even if you are, put around these type of people, you know how to conduct yourself as a lady at all times, So was your biggest, I know you had to teach your sons, but you already had to raise daughters too.
Yeah, that was the main concern with my daughters, like just making sure they stay on that right path, and because once they get older, they gotta live and they gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? And they still living and learning, because I still get the phone calls and the advice, but they know they call me before they can ask their mom for advice, because they know I'm gonna tell them straight up, I'm not gonna bite my tongue, and that's what it is.
Who can tell a man something better than a man? Who can teach you better about a man than a man? A lot of females don't understand that. Even when you have a father figure, a man, you know, when you have someone like I have an older brother, Vodka's my older brother. So when he pulled me into the game, he told me the ins and the outs. He told me the underground. You know, he didn't tell me, oh, the fame side. He told me the underground. And I said, well, brother, you know, you need to hurry up and get a deal. He said, they don't always cracked up what it used to be.
Right.
And as I sat around him and I actually seen it, I said, well, God, are you sure you want the deal? I'd rather just deal with the kids, you know? You know, because all the fake stuff that come along with it, and then the sacrifices you make, and then, you know, you have your children that you're trying to survive and struggle and do all the hardships for, and they don't understand that it's a real life. Yeah. You know, you live a real life.
It's like this, right? It's like this, like a lot of times, right, you know, well, for me personally, I don't know if this is right or wrong. This is just my personal opinion. A lot of times, right, you know, for me, I sell my name. You know, my raps, they 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I sell my name today, you know, and it's a little harder than normal. But for me, if I can do what I love and continue to love it, then I think I'm doing a good job.
Right.
It will never be a conversation of where it's like, wow, you need to sound like this. I don't even talk to people like that. Straight up. Like,
that's right.
I don't know if it's because maybe, you know, my longevity or how much time I got in, or because I'm too old or whatever. But I don't even talk to people like that because I really put more of my attention on the people that love me for the 20 years versus trying to get new fans.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So now, my situation is a teeny bit different, you know, but a situation like yours, you got a chance. The Raw Deal Squad, I totally believe in that. Like, goddamn. Because, no, seriously, this is straight paper. Like, this is straight paper. Like, because nobody never did this. Like, when I first talked to Ramyan, I was thinking it was a group. And I'm like, all right, I just got to interview a group. But I'm interviewing 3 different individuals in 3 different walks of life. You know, and that's kind of harder than interviewing the whole group. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I thought it was different. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I'm thinking I got different shows and shit. I'm all bugging. You know what I'm saying? I'm different than them. Right. Straight up. That's why I'm bugging. So when I found out your team, I'm like, damn, that's a strong ass team.
That's the first thing you said. We gotta be on time because it's a strong team. It's like, I thought it was one, but it turned into a couple.
Right. Because of how it went. You know what I'm saying? That's straight paper. So when you think about a Philly group like that, you ain't get that in a while, and that's why I asked the question of the people that had it on Smash. Look at that. Of the people that had it on Smash. Like, so if history is right and history proves itself right, y'all the next thing up and coming because y'all the strongest team as a unit. You can't name nobody that's doing what y'all do, and I didn't even hear their music yet.
That's what's
but I can see the strength of y'all team, of how y'all together. You dig what I'm saying?
That's big.
And that is crazy to me. Like I didn't see it in a long time. I didn't see this.
Stay proud.
Yeah,
stay proud. Because like you get a lot of team members, but you don't get a lot of brothers.
So we're gonna go into this break. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back with the